I want to show y'all something real quick, man. Y'all see this? Like, and this was kind of, I didn't know they all came through at the same time. I didn't know Coach Prime, Shannon Sharp, and Marshall Faulk all came through in the same class. Is this correct? Does it seem like Prime retired way before Marshall Faulk and Shannon? Is this correct, or were they just taking a picture after the? No, Prime didn't go back. I know Prime didn't go. I don't think he went back after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Y'all let me know. Was this the day of, or was this a? Do they all come through at the same time? Shannon, Marshall Faulk, and Prime. And the reason why I'm saying that, I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to understand. Like, I like how Prime, when he put his jacket on, how he stunned with it. Prime, and you can tell that's a happy moment for him right there, boy. You can tell he's soaking it right here. Shannon went to club Shay Shay. He about to cry on him. He about to cry on him. Prime was studying. Prime was studying the whole time. He was studying the whole time. A little schoolboy right here. Look at that belt. He's like a little Boy Scout. You know, you little kid, little Boy Scout. Like he Boy Scouted up right here. Um, Y'all said Prime played until 2005. Yeah, he did play the Redskins in Baltimore on that back end. That is right. Was over there at Dallas, man. And I'm showing y'all this picture for a reason. Look, Fran Brown got players in Dallas, right? This is what I'm telling y'all. Fran Brown got players in Dallas. Coach Prime, none of Coach Prime players have got picked up by Dallas yet, right? All right, y'all, just put that in your pocket and hold on to it now. Put it in your pocket and hold on to that. All right, Stephen A. Y'all know Stephen A. Stephen A. and Prime, they go way back, right? They go way back. This was when Drew Brees was with the Saints. Prime and Stephen, they go way back, dog. This the ball head days, bro. This the Pilar days. This way back. Even at Jackson, they go way back. And I found out that Coach Prime and Stephen A. graduated from HBCUs. I didn't know that. Matter of fact, let me see. Even when he went to Colorado, Stephen A. was still there. Prime smiling with the big boy smile, right? I mean, everybody looking good. Everybody looking happy. Matter of fact, all right, here we go. All three of these guys graduated from HBCUs, and they having a great time. They having fun. Like, you see, like some homeboys from the same like hometown homeboys hanging out, right? That's the feel that I get when I see this, right? But I don't know if y'all saw the video with Asante Samuels. But Asante Samuels, after him and Prime sat down, he said something that I heard him saying. I paid attention to it. He was like, a few people hurt Coach Prime. Like some of his close friends, they hurt it. Now I don't know if he was talking about Stephen A. or Shannon, but he said some people they spoke out about Shadua and their family and all that kind of stuff, and it hurt. I know he wasn't talking about me. So, I wrote in one of Prime cars before, but he wasn't in the car when I wrote it. So he don't even know I exist on thing, right? I mean, he probably seen some of the videos, but we Prime don't know me like that. All right. But he knows this guy. Oh, what's going on? He knows this guy. He knows this guy. And it's just amazing to me that Jerry Jones has not picked up not one of Coach Prime players. Y'all ain't making the playoffs like that for real. Y'all don't make it to the Super Bowl like that for real, Jerry Jones. You got some space to grab a guy on practice squad or something. Because it ain't like y'all doing it like that, right? But I'm noticing something. Jerry, he seemed like he down with Prime, but when the lights come on, he fade back. Like they could have drafted Shador. He faded back. There's a lot of wide receivers and stuff they could have drafted. They faded back, right? And for everybody, the Carter 6 just dropped, y'all. Another one of Coach Prime friends. The Carter 6 just dropped. Has anybody heard it yet? I got mixed reviews. Some people saying it's the old Wayne. Some people say it's outdated now. You got to learn how to switch it up and catch up with times. But the Carter 6 is out, y'all. Y'all need to go. You can go on YouTube after this. Don't go right now. After this, y'all can listen to that Lil Wayne new album, right? Yeah, I see some Cris Carter. I see y'all talking about Cris Carter. Yeah, we gonna get to Cris Carter. I got a nice video of Cris Carter, y'all, talking that talk. But yeah, y'all talking about Cris. Oh, Cris Carter. And even like this face right here with Cris Carter, that's like a face of I'm here with you, but I ain't here with you. Prime got his arm around him. I don't know if Cris Carter got his arm around him. I mean, yeah, I don't know what happened. Prime could have won this game. Cris Carter could be one of them kind of guys like Fran Brown. After he lose, he ain't happy. He don't want to talk to nobody. I don't know, but Cris Carter has said a few things, and even before Prime, he's done a few things that was questionable to me, right? Very questionable. Cam Newton. Now, I want y'all to see this shirt with Coach Prime got on. That's the true shirt. This back in the day, y'all. This way back in the day. This way back in the day. This is before she do them in high school. This way back in the day. This look, Cam hair wasn't even grown out yet. So this is the Cam, the MVP Cam. This is that guy, right? So they done had a relationship for a while. Now we're gonna get to it. The Rock Johnson, they got a decent relationship. He came out to Jackson. He been to Boulder. They got a decent relationship. Snoop Dogg has a decent. And I didn't know this. Did y'all know this? Did y'all know Snoop Dogg was hanging out with Colorado State like this? Now I don't know if he got paid to do the Alamo Bowl. I don't know if he got paid, but he throwing it up. He West Side throw it up with the helmet on, everything. If you got paid to come to the game, why you got their colors on? If you got, it's in the Alamo Bowl. I thought it was Alamo Bowl. It's Arizona Bowl. I don't even know what bowl this is, but yeah. Did they make that uniform to match Colorado? Is he representing Colorado State? Like, what's going on here? So I'm just trying to see that this our rival now. And have y'all seen Snoop in Boulder yet? I know I seen him in Jackson. Have y'all seen? Y'all let me know, yes or no. Have y'all seen Snoop in Boulder? I don't know if I see him in Boulder. Y'all know he sent a guy to Coach Prime, a big offensive lineman from USC, to Coach Prime, and then Coach Prime left Jackson, and he didn't bring Big Boy with him. He didn't bring him to Colorado with him. So I don't know if that was a rip in the relationship. I don't know, but I haven't seen him in Boulder. Have y'all seen Snoop Dogg in Boulder? Yes, 3 times. Y'all have seen him there 3 times. Okay, all right, that's cool. And I said that he might be getting paid for this. This is promotion. You show business, you gotta do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But this is legendary, y'all. This is legendary. I don't care what nobody say. People say nobody don't care about them gold jackets. I'm gonna tell you who do care about them gold jackets. The people that watch these guys and were a fan of these guys. Like I was a fan of Marshall Faulk. I was a fan of Warren Sapp. I was a fan of Coach Prime. So I want to see all 3 of these men do great things, right? I think Marshall Faulk want to be a head coach. I think he's gonna play his role for two years with Prime, and then he's gonna go somewhere and be a head coach. I don't know. He might stay. It depends. It depends how much fun they have. But I see Warren Sapp. He loving it right now. And I'm gonna say this. To me, Prime been going through it these last. I think he blaming himself for Shador's fall in the draft. I think he blaming himself. I think he's trying to retrace his steps and kind of see what he could have did differently. Even though they still blessed, I think he's just kind of, you'll never want to be the reason why your child has to suffer. So I think he's dealing with that right now. I think he's a little upset about that right now. Now, Cris Carter, I'm gonna play something for y'all. I want y'all to listen to this, and I want y'all to understand and notice this, what he does. He calls out Coach Prime and he calls out Shedeur, right? But when the guy that's interviewing him asks him for the name of the status quo, watch how he frees up like a deer in headlights, because he know, like, oh, I shouldn't say this. I might get myself in trouble if I talk about these folks. When they ask him who he's talking about, he don't say the guy's name. He say Shedeur's name again. So y'all listen to this real quick, and y'all peep game.
Hurt him.
Yeah. What else hurt him?
I know you've
let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, they taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shedeur,
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
well, the system.
The system. Okay.
The system.
All right, so y'all notice how when they got to asking him about who was doing this to Shedeur, he froze. He would not speak on that. He would not name drop. He wouldn't say. He just said the status quo or the system. He said something like that. I appreciate you with the one. Appreciate you. So I want y'all to understand, he has no problem putting the blame on Coach Prime. He has no problem putting the blame on Shedeur. But when some people are colluding against you, you want to call their name. You're afraid to bite the hand that feeds you. And I don't like that, man. I don't like that. I mean, I don't know what Cris Carter bills look like, what he got to pay. But I don't like kind of selling my soul. Now we're gonna look at this video right here with Coach Prime and Cam Newton. And y'all know Rome has been really upset. Well, been really upset about how Cam Newton been moving. Now let's look at this. Now look how Cam Newton and Coach Prime is hanging out.
Dylan has to be left-handed. When you name the three left-handed quarterbacks, two are pretty easy. One is a little tricky.
Now I want y'all to watch. We're gonna watch this one more time. Now I want you to see that the energy change. Watch out when Cam Newton is looking at Coach Prime, how his energy, how he's smiling, he's happy. But then when he shakes Shedeur's hand, like he acknowledges Shedeur, but he kind of turn away real quick. He don't smile, none of that. Now, from what I was hearing, what's my man's name? Lil Bucket was saying how Cam Newton was calling out Shedeur for not smiling, always looking weird. I can see why Shedeur would look weird when you come up on him, when you give him this kind of energy like this. Like, people can feel your energy. So let's look at it one more time, and y'all tell me if y'all think Cam had a different kind of energy towards Shedeur, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all didn't see nothing different, if y'all think he was just nothing to see here, put a 0 in the chat.
Dylan has to be left-handed. When you name the three left-handed quarterbacks, two are pretty easy. One is a little tricky.
Now, it could have been because Prime was talking to him and he was trying to focus back on Prime. It could have been that. But I don't know. I kind of felt like he just kind of turned away from him real quick. And he gave him love because he was there, but he didn't give him love because he wanted to. He didn't give him love because he wanted to. Cris Carter, I don't know what to say about Cris Carter, man. Marie said Cam been hating. Yeah, Shedeur don't rock with him. And see, I thought, honestly, y'all know I'm a Georgia boy. Cam a Georgia boy. I thought Cam was just doing media. I didn't know he had a disdain for Shador. Like he didn't really rock with him like that. I didn't know that. So we gonna I'm gonna monitor this. And just keep checking in on it and see if he's really hating or is he really trying to be like just that tough love. Because I thought it was tough love, but we will see. We will see. All right. So again, Shannon Sharp. I haven't heard Shannon Sharp speak out too much about Shador and the OTAs and all this kind of stuff, the draft and all that. But you know, Shannon Sharp was going through his own troubles during this time. So that's the last thing you want to do. Start throwing dirt when you already got dirt. So I think Shannon Sharp will kind of stay out of this. I really haven't heard too much from Stephen A. either. Have y'all heard anything from Stephen A.? Cause you know sometimes Stephen A. he'll jump off the building now and just say anything. Have y'all heard Stephen A. Smith say anything out of the way in support or like going against Shador and Coach Prime and how they handle stuff in the draft? Yeah. Shador, he'll fade away. He see you moving differently, he'll just fade away. He ain't really that confrontational like that. Like if it come down to it, he'll go there, but he'd rather walk away from it. You say it's not tough love. And see, I keep hearing people say it smells like jealousy and envy, but this is the thing. At this point in their career, Cam Newton had a better career, right? Cam Newton won the Heisman Trophy. He went undefeated, won a championship, and he got drafted #1 overall. He was Rookie of the Year, and he broke the rookie passing record. So just that right there, like he's so far ahead of Shador when it comes to accolades. So that's why I didn't see that. I didn't think it was no jealousy, man. I didn't see it. Maybe I was being naive. I just wasn't looking at it like that. I just thought he was just speaking from the heart because why would he be jealous? Why would he be jealous when he's done so much more at this point in his career, right? Now he even was MVP of the league and he played the Super Bowl. So like, it's almost like Shador. The only thing Shador can do is go and win a couple of Super Bowls and say I got you in the Super Bowl. But everything else, Cam got him on. And like even with Cleveland, I feel like Cleveland gonna drag Shador out, and they won't even let him be Rookie of the Year because they're gonna not let him play until they get into the slumps. I just feel like it's gonna be something stupid in Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland went through 19 quarterbacks for a reason because they do stupid stuff. I hope it don't happen like that, but that's just their track record, y'all. I'm just keeping it a buck. But so we can hold Cam Newton accountable. I've held Cris Carter accountable. Stephen A. Smith. Has Stephen A. Smith said anything to support Shador Sanders right now? I haven't heard anybody with a celebrity status, of like especially that's on TV, say anything. Real talk. I haven't heard anybody that's on TV that has a job, getting paid, talking about sports, say anything out of the way. Everybody just seems like they're a little confused. Even Tom Brady, when they had Tom Brady on the show, Tom Brady was kind of evasive when they asked him about Shador and why did he fall. And I found out that Tom Brady actually left the building. I think Tom Brady was upset, and he left the building to show Shador down the line, like, look, I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't even in the building when they drafted. Because he knew he couldn't persuade them to get Shador, so he was just like, man, let me just go get me some air. I'm not finna look like I just sat in the room and watched them draft somebody I didn't approve of. Yeah, something stupid is brewing. Something is going on. I think they saying those New York tapes supposed to come out, y'all. They saying the interview supposed to come out. So we gonna see when the interview come out how did Shador do in that interview. But like I told y'all at the beginning, the Giants ain't never drafted a black quarterback. They wasn't finna start now. I don't care whose son you are. That ain't what they do. And once I found out about they had 11 seasons sold out already, like they don't care. 11 seasons. Some people just You know how many people in New York that want to go to a game that ain't never been to a game? Yeah, hey, I'm with you, though. I don't trust this Cleveland stuff. I don't trust. I don't trust. I don't care which way should do it. I think they still gonna always try to find something. This is the reason why I say that is because they never talk about his accolades. When I listen to them, they never talk about the good things you do it done. They just talk about how he fell in the draft and stuff like that. They never really try to shout him out. What's going on, to you, bro?
And what up? What's going on with the
Oh,
Tiger?
hold on, bro. I can't hear you. Hold on. Do my mic sound good right now?
Yeah, your mic good. You hear me?
Hold on, dog. So yo, when I got my big boy mic, man. I look, y'all. I'm trying to step it up. I got a big boy mic up here.
Boy,
So
look at you, boy. I see you, boy.
yeah, we get right. But when I plug it up, I can't hear y'all. So I'm like,
Hey, man, look, I want to jump in here real quick, though, Tiger. Hey, yo, man, listen. When you played that doggone video of Cris Carter, can you hear the energy in his voice, bro? Like,
yeah, bro.
I don't know what issue he got with Prime, with Coach, but he got some unresolved issues, bro. I don't know what it is, when it happened, where it happened, but the way he emphasized he ain't running ish,
Yeah.
did something to my soul, bro. It made
And
me
look,
feel like he got a unresolved issue that need to be resolved. Go ahead, Tiger.
and I'm gonna play it again for the new people in the room, y'all. I'm gonna play it, and I want y'all to notice when the guy asks him, "Who are you talking about?" How he frees up. And then he say, "Shador," and he's like, "No, not Shador. Who colluded against him?" And he was just like, he had to think of so he couldn't say nobody's name. He wasn't
Right? Yeah.
how he said.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
he said Dion's name was Shador. He wasn't gonna call out none of them owner's name like that. I
Right.
noticed that. But I'm gonna play this one more time for the new people in the room, y'all. Y'all check it out. And this didn't fit right with my spirit, dog. It didn't even
I'm
sit right with
telling you, bro.
Hurt him.
Yeah, what else hurt him?
I know you've
Let
heard his
me
interviews.
let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, they taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shador?
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like
Well, the system.
the system. Okay.
The system.
Bro,
Hey, he said he stood up in his seat. They were like, "Who's they?" That joke was like, "Oh, hold up, I ain't finna say the wrong thing. I can't bite their feet." mm-hmm. So go ahead, give me your take. What you got, man?
bro, listen. My main question is why? Like, why does the system, quote unquote, feel like they need to show Coach Prime and should do a lesson? As though they've been an attack against the system. Coach Prime we have never seen or heard Coach Prime say anything where he was viciously going after the system at all. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of the system. When you're a Hall of Famer, you're a part of that because that construct and that system. And that doesn't mean that it's in a negative way or that Coach Prime is a part of some type of secret society or nothing like that. I'm just saying, for him to say that, he act as though he felt good
Yeah.
about what they did to Shador. As though
Yeah.
like, if I can't get at you, Prime, I'm glad that we getting at you. I'm gonna say that because I feel as though, and I said this before on your show, I feel as though he a part of the system.
Yeah.
Because he indebted to the system for them giving him another chance. And it's one of them situations where like, hey, whatever you need me to do, because you gave me a second chance. You need me to go after that black man right there. You need me to go after that brother right there. You need me to go after that type of stuff. As though We didn't hear him saying that about Johnny Manziel.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hear him saying that about any of these other doggone flamboyant, wild, out of control type players or quarterback that was more non-melanated.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, man.
I haven't heard him say anything bad about a person that was non-melanated. Like never heard him say anything bad, right? So my thing is, I feel like you. He's kind of like a more believable version of what's the big dude with Fearless.
Oh
Um,
yeah, Whitlock.
yeah, he's like a more believable because he actually played and got a gold jacket. It's like, okay, he's stamped in, he's certified. But it's like you still kind of doing the work that Whitlock doing. Right? And you notice he keep getting fired off like a lot of shows that he on. They'll last like a year or so, then he'll get fired. Yeah. But he keep getting jobs. How you keep getting jobs when you can't move the needle?
Yo, Tiger, I think he jealous of Prime, bro. And here's, I think he jealous of Prime from the fact of he messed up and he feel like he don't get the recognition that he should get, that Coach Prime get, because Coach Prime at one time messed up too. But
Yeah, but
it's something that's personal, bro. Like, I don't know if it's a girl that they had that Cris Carter was fooling around with, and he found out she was fooling around with Coach Prime. I don't know, bro.
you ever heard about Randy Moss don't mess with Cris Carter?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
When have you seen Randy Moss and Cris Carter together? They played on the same team. He broke him in like Ricky. You know what I'm saying? They had a nice run. When have you ever seen Randy Moss with Cris Carter? They won't hang out.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, Tiger, run that video one more time, bro.
All right, and after this, we're gonna get on Jerry Jones. I think Jerry Jones got some stuff to him too right now, man. I think he got some stuff to him.
Hurt him.
Yeah, what else hurt him?
I know you've
Let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, they taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shador?
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
Well, the system.
the system. Okay.
The system.
He said who they? Shador. He know what names he can say and what names he can't say.
Bro, that emphasis on that statement of, here's what he learned today.
Yeah, they taught him a lesson.
That he don't run ish. Like, to me, that sound like
Django.
he been in the room. He been in the room where they've been talking about Prime, and he agreed with them. That's what I'm saying. Like, it sound like he's been in the room, bro.
What's the dude with Samuel Jackson character and Django?
Yeah, I forgot his name, but I know you're talking. Yeah, I know everybody's I know you're talking about.
He's right there. He can't wait to put him in line. Who this on that neck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a minute. I'm telling you, he been harboring these feelings for a minute, and he just haven't been able to express them openly. But this the time he finally get a chance to express them. But other than that, man, I'm done.
Let's say this. He got a son. His son ended up going to the Canadian League. He tried to get a coaching job. He tried to get the same job Deshaun Jackson just got, I think. And Deshaun Jackson got. So, and he tried to get several other jobs. So sometimes people just get a little mad, like, dang, how Prime can get his sons in the league, how Prime can get the job, I couldn't get the job. And sometimes it can build a little resentment. And I heard him say something about that. It's another room, like for the Hall of Famers. It's like a different level or whatever. He didn't like that either. He said something about that, like, what you mean it's another room? We in the Hall of Fame. It ain't no other room. So he didn't like that. But when you and Prime locked up, Prime dominated you. It wasn't no y'all going back and forth. He locked you down.
Yeah. He got a little hate on him by Jerry too, man, like Jerry Rice. So he just,
Yeah,
man, he just. As a player, I like Cris Carter as a player, but as a person, I don't know him personally, but just seeing some of the stuff he been saying and how he been wilding out, man, he too old for that, bro. You too old. If whatever issue you got, you a grown man. You over 50, bro. Go talk to that other man and express your feelings of how you felt, or whatever he hurt you, whatever. Get them unresolved issues done, man. And that's the thing. Whatever in your heart, go talk to that man about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get it off. So that way you ain't walking around here with these harboring these issues in your heart. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all
yeah.
right.
So you saw the picture I just had with Antonio Brown, right?
Yeah,
So you remember when Antonio Brown had first got in all that trouble, like when he was at the Raiders.
right.
Coach Prime brought him to his ranch, and they was out there shooting guns, and I bet now, if Coach Prime know who Antonio Brown is now, he wouldn't give Antonio Brown no darn gun. Did you see the other day? Antonio Brown just shot into a crowd of people at a guy. Oh, and we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow when he spazzed out. But guess what? He was out of jail within like 3 hours hour. He was out. Like, how you shooting the crowd and you out this fast? So I
Oh
think it's
man.
some other stuff going on, dog. I think it's some other strings getting pulled. They done kiss the ring and somebody at high power, and they able to be out here and be stupid and get away with some of this stuff until your P. Diddy moment come when they gonna call you to the square, So Antonio been going at Shiloh, and I noticed when he was talking about Shiloh, he was just like, yeah, now I was getting some terrible balls thrown to me. Shadua was throwing the balls. But Shadua is like a sophomore in high school at this point, or junior in high school. You in the NFL, like a high schooler throwing you the ball, like he's not gonna give you all perfect balls. But when I looked at the video, he did throw him a lot of good balls. So why are you taking shots at high schoolers? Both of them boys in high school when he went against them, or when he worked out with them. And now he gonna come back later on and post a video, and then he tried to cut the pause when Shiloh was locking him up. He cut that part out and only put the pause in there when he made Shiloh look bad, or when Shadua threw the ball wrong. So I mean, that's a whole nother issue with him. Like, he done did so many people wrong. So Prime just
Yeah.
he just this. Yeah, like we know he out there. And but how you felt about this? Was he was just doing the job with Snoop Dogg?
I Tiger, this is the first time I'm seeing this, man. I don't know what the deal was with that. I don't know who they was playing. Maybe
This is
maybe
a bowl game now. This is a
right,
bowl
yeah.
game. He
Who
got
was
paid.
Colorado State playing?
I don't know who they was playing. I know it looked like he was all Colorado State though. With
Is
the
it
uniform right here.
yeah, I don't know if he's because this what he has on, I don't see anything that says Colorado State on it. I just see the colors and it's the Arizona Bowl. So maybe he might have been paid by the bowl to promote the bowl. And maybe he just was there to draw tickets and stuff. That I'm just saying that's something I could think of because I was looking to see if he had a Colorado state on or something like that. I mean, I know the colors are there, but I don't know who else they playing. It looked like in the background above, right above his neck, it looked like a red helmet. So I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
USC or Arizona or something like that.
Yeah, it's a red helmet, but we would have to investigate to look to see who are they playing. But I think that this picture right here, I don't know. I could he goodness with this picture again, could this be in a promotional thing? Or is he invited to the locker room to speak to the team? because I'm looking at his jacket. That's more of a bold jacket that matched the outfit. It don't necessarily show a specific team. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Snoop was getting promote. Maybe he was doing promotion to getting paid for it.
That's what I think. I think he was getting some kind of promotion.
And, and,
I
and
think.
okay, yeah. So it probably was in Arizona. It probably was in Arizona somewhere, I guess, because it's the Arizona Bowl.
Oh, guess what? So you know I had Coach Hayes on the show a few times, right?
Right.
Guess who coached Antonio Brown in high school?
Coach Hayes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, maybe Coach. Hey, look, if you're gonna have that show tomorrow, reach out to Coach Hayes. See if Coach Hayes can come talk about that. Maybe.
Look. I want to put this challenge out to Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes. Hey, can you reach out to Antonio Brown and get him on your show? I would love that. Would be busting TV right there, Coach Hayes. If you could get Antonio Brown on your show and ask him about 5 different situations, hey, you'll be stepped in, Coach Hayes. I believe you're a real coach. I believe you're a real coach then. You know so let's hold on. Let's hit on this right here. So nobody ain't really talking about this. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones got his hand around his neck, all showing love, doing all this. Had Prime, and I was like, why Prime keep going to Dallas? I remember that. I was like, why Prime going to Dallas? He went to Dallas like 2 or 3 times. Jerry ain't showed Prime no love when it comes to drafting none of his players. Not even free agency, no love. But guess who got players there though? He got Fran Brown got some of his players there. What is? Right here. Fran Brown got some of his players over there. So you ain't not one person. All right, what's going on with Jerry, man? Is Jerry showing fake love? Is this fake love, or is he really? He just at the time it just ain't right.
I think it's about business, man. What's up, wrong? I think it's about business, man. You know, when it comes down to that, I do believe that Jerry did. I believe he really did. Probably inquire with Coach Prime about making that move to Dallas. As a coach for the Cowboys, I really do believe that was a pursuit of his. But I think after that kind of fell apart, or that didn't happen. Jerry is still, man, he's still one of the major players with the system, within that whole thing. He's one of the main, him, Mr. Kraft, the owners of the Steelers, as well as the Chiefs, they kind of like the 4-headed monster, whichever way they move, everybody else, everybody else move. You know what I'm saying? All the other owners kind of move that they beat. So I think that's kind of one of them things that, but I do, and let me say this, and I'm going to end this. I do believe outside of the business aspect, I think that Jerry has been around the Sanders family, like the kids and all that. I think they kind of, they grew up around Jerry. So I think some of those pictures are genuine. When it comes to, when you separate the business from the personal life, I think there is some genuine love there. And Jerry, they do know Jerry like that. So I'll just end on that.
Well, I mean, at some point, you don't try to bring in 2-3 quarterbacks to take Dak place. So you ain't satisfied all the way with Dak, and you could have got Shadua. You could even got Shadua in the late round, and you could have got Shiloh late. You could have got Shiloh a free agency. I don't know.
The system voted. Jerry might have got outvoted by the other 3, man. To say no, so they got a brotherhood and a fraternity.
Okay, I got something for that too. Hold on, let me put this Snoop picture back up because a lot of people saying stuff in the comment, and so I think this is Snoop. Dang, hold on, y'all. Mouth's getting happy. All right, yeah, I saw this. It's some juice or something on his hat right here.
Yeah.
All right, so they saying this is like Snoop Dogg's bowl right here. So that's his bowl. This was the business Arizona Bowl is sponsored by Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice. Okay. There's a gin and juice here. I got some of that Snoop. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I got some of that Snoop Dogg liquor over here in the house. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring y'all more. I couldn't get them all, but so this Snoop Dogg right here is in the camera. Y'all see his face on there? Dang, hold on.
Okay.
Let me take the picture down. Uh, can y'all see it? And y'all can't hardly see his face.
Yeah, that's it. You know that. So that's his person. That's his joint in the store.
Yeah, indigo. He got this, and he got a wine too, and he got a gin and juice. So he got another one. This is like this gin. But I think he got another gin and juice too on top of this. I think he got like 3 different ones. And this is that Rock. So Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Y'all can't remember light too bright. Hold on.
What is that? That's a wine or that
This
what's that there about?
tequila. This is a tequila.
Oh, tequila. Okay.
Yeah. Termina or something like that. Yeah, it's a tequila. It's all right. It ain't that smooth to me. I got a bunch. I was trying to get that Michael Jordan bottle too. They say if you get I think 50 of them Michael Jordan bottles, it'll make a whole complete circle or something around the basketball court. So
Oh,
them bottles
okay.
about $200 a piece. Nobody ain't buy that many bottles. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of them bottles. Man, I got Kevin Hart stuff over there. Got a whole. I try to support them cats, but once I started finding out how P Diddy was getting used and abused, it's kind of like them petty pies. They don't really own it; they just throwing their name on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
it do, fellas? Tuck, you want me to come back? I can't cam up right now. I got a lot going on.
nah,
I can
you
hop back.
good.
I can hop back over after y'all done. Y'all was cooking.
Nah, you good. You good. What's going on? I see you were dropping. You saying something about the Snoop Dogg bowl or whatever, the gin and juice
Yeah,
bowl.
yeah. It's in Arizona every year. We call it the Snoop Dogg Bowl, but it's the Arizona Bowl. But he sponsors it, so he there every year, regardless of the team. You know, I'm in AZ. I know about it. They be giving tickets out everywhere, sports books and stuff. If you a member,
Mm.
they'll try to give you some tickets for that. But yeah, it's the we call it the Snoop Dogg Bowl, but it's the Arizona Bowl.
Hey, Ron, who Colorado State played? Was that Arizona?
I forget who they played this year. Did they play Arizona? I think they did because it's normally one of them teams. I have to look into it. I didn't go. I ain't been in a couple years actually. I have to check. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. You could probably touch on it more later. I see you was backpedaling, man, with the Cam Newton situation, dog. What happened?
No, well, I ain't backpedaling with it. I'm just telling you. I saw the energy, and I remember what the Bucket was saying about how Shadua always have a funny little face. And then once I saw that right there, I said, okay, I can kind of see. I can kind of see. You know what? I'm not finna just retract it because some of the stuff he was saying, I feel like was still things that a lot of players could learn from.
For sure,
But and
thousand
he learned it the
percent.
hard way. He learned it the hard way. But at the end of the day, I do see what y'all saying about he kind of. But Prime was talking to him too. So, and Prime talking to you, are you gonna look at Prime or are you gonna look at Shador?
Yeah, and that video old, man. That was at the Heisman ceremony. That was months ago. He done came
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
said
yeah.
some bull crap since then. But what I would
But
say, go
hold
ahead.
on, they was already doing the bull jive at the Central Florida game.
Yeah, no, it was already beef. What I'm saying is, even if Prime, you said he didn't look at Shador Sherwood because Prime was talking to him. Well, he since then came out, and to me, he was on some bull. It was half and half. Half of it was good information that he should have said, and I feel like the other half, it was a little hating going on there, man. And you mentioned like how's Cam hating on Shador, Super Bowl, Heisman, da da da. You ain't never had somebody hate on you who had way more than you. It's your aura, man. It's your vibe. It's your energy, man. People hate that because That's something that's in you that ain't on you. So you can have 10 Super Bowls, 15 Heisman's. It don't matter. Like, well, that's what I was telling y'all in the chat earlier. That's Cam's beef with Shador, is that he's done way more than Shador. He's been a better quarterback in college, and Shador gonna have to be great to be better than Cam was in the NFL. But Shador is getting more attention than Cam Newton ever got, and he won the Heisman, Rookie of the Year, NFL MVP, and he's never ever in his life gotten as much attention and buzz and positivity like Shador. So he don't like that, bro. He hates it. He doesn't like it, dog. He don't like it. And Shador torched his team back in the day when they was playing 707. But no, it's just his aura, man. And I don't think Cam like really like hates Shador, but he's like, dang, like that's why when he made that statement, like they was like comparing Shador to him in some way. He like, hold up now. You know, getting all defensive with that, like, come on, bro. It ain't that serious. But he just I don't want to know. I don't know if it's jealousy or enviness. I can't say it's that, but it's definitely something that rubs him the wrong way. And it's because of all the love Shador is getting. That's Cam's problem.
Mm, okay, I got you. I got you. And now Bryce Underwood, he torched Cam team too. I think he said they beat him like 35-6 or something like that. So if Cam started treating Bryce Underwood, y'all, that was the number one quarterback that came out this year. He's at Michigan right now. If you start treating him a little funky, I might side with you. But I'm gonna pay attention and I'm gonna look at it like with an even eye. From here on out, I'm gonna look at it with an even eye and see if Cam really hating or is he trying to just educate.
Yeah, I don't think Cam's a bad dude, man. I think Cam's a good, cool brother. He just yeah, he ain't never had a black quarterback on this level like get compared to him. Like it is Mac. We've never had a quarterback. I think Shador is the biggest as regards to magnitude, hype, buzz, black
No,
quarterback since Cam Newton, dog. He ain't seen
I,
it, and he's surpassing him.
I can't say that because I felt like Lamar Lamar
Nah,
Jackson
heck no,
was
Tiger.
now he didn't get out of Nick. See, the thing with Shadua and Cam, they got the negative and they got the positive. So when you get the negative and the positive, kind of like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, you get a bigger buzz because you got so many people that hate you, so many people that love you. With Lamar Jackson, he didn't have a lot of haters until he got into the NFL draft. But I mean, he did stuff that Cam them really wasn't doing. Let me take that back because Cam went undefeated in the SEC. But he was breaking records and he was making Florida State and all them boys look like they was like a little league Part One team. So and he could have won the Heisman twice. So he was making some noise now. There's not act like he wasn't that because he was.
Man, when we talk about top hype quarterbacks in college, Lamar Jackson, they don't even get mentioned, dog. Like, stop it. He not even close to Cam or Shador's level. We talking about hype. Now, play on the field, obviously, he that dude. He could have, like you said, won 2 Heisman's. But we talking about the hype surrounding these players. Lamar Jackson not even in the top five, bruh.
Yeah, that's
Tebow,
true.
Manziel, Cam, Shador, they all above Lamar Jackson. So what I'm saying
Yeah,
is, as it relates to hype and like magnitude of the player, like the whole world gravitating towards you, doing your your move and all that. Like Cam ain't seen nobody with that type of aura since himself. Now Lamar my favorite quarterback, so he's that dude for sure. But he ain't on the level of Shador and Cam when it comes to like that type of hype.
with Jerry Jones and Coach Prime, like we. Oh, did y'all see that? Hold on, let me play this, y'all. Let me play this for the new people in the room, y'all. I'm gonna play this because this going back to what Asante Samuel said. And y'all know most time we see Coach Prime, he laughing, he smiling, he having fun. He said he don't have bad days, but he told Asante Samuel like he kind of felt hurt by a few people that he was close to, and it didn't sit right with him. AB, how he put all this stuff out, and and how sometimes Shannon and Stephen they make their takes or whatever. So he was just like he thought some people that he was close with kind of overstepped the line, you know. So I'm gonna play y'all this interview with Cris Carter, and we're gonna emphasize on two things: how he seemed like he's excited that Coach Prime and them are getting punished, and how when they asked him to who was doing this, who was the power that be, he froze up for a second and wouldn't say nobody's name. He would not out none of these managers or whatever, but he can stand on Shador and Coach Prime name. So y'all check it out.
Hurt him.
Yeah, what else hurt him?
I know you've
Let
heard
me
his interviews.
let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, they taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shador.
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
Well, the system.
the system. Okay.
The system.
So, you know, Coach Prime, he done hung out with these guys, man. And to hear them saying stuff about his son, about his family, like to me that kind of stung a little bit. And for Jerry Jones to not bring them boys in, at least Shiloh, or like not one of Dion players so far he hasn't brought in. And Jerry Jones, he like them big guys. So we'll see if these two DNs that we have coming up, the guy that transferred in from LSU, and it's another guy number 44. Them Jerry Jones kind of guys. But even like the big wide receiver, now he'll never really get big wide receivers like that. But he like big guys. He like overly big linemen, big linebackers that can run. So we really haven't had his prototype players. I will say that. But Shador was a need that I think they should have kind of filled the gap because Dak he getting kind of old. But like somebody said, Dak got a big contract, so it's kind of hard to move him out there. But Cleveland has a quarterback with a big contract too, and they still got him. So I don't understand. You got your hand all around the dude's neck. You know he a baller. When you had a chance to get him, you bypass it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all one more last thing. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Who said this? I can't remember who said this. Oh, Uncle Neely said this today. Hey, shouts out to Uncle Neely. Uncle Neely said people can come together and have little private agreements or whatever. He said, little broke jokers, we can come together and have us a private agreement. Like, look, I like that girl over there.
You cut out.
So you like, so look, y'all stay away from my girl. I called him, right? And he was like, that's kind of like what the NFL did with Cleveland. Cleveland like, look, that's our quarterback, but nobody can touch him. We gonna get him in the later rounds. That's kind of like what he was saying. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Jerry Jones situation. How y'all feel about the Cris Carter? Like what's really going on here?
Promo. Oh, is he still on mute?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get.
Hey, well, I think Jerry dropped the ball, man. Like, and I'm not saying you just draft one of Dion players because y'all boys, but remember when they was at the Super Bowl and they was talking and he was telling Shiloh, Travis, and Shador he would love to have them on the Cowboys?
Yep.
And Arthur Blank said the same thing, and neither one of them took him. I'm like, man, I said that wasn't right. Looking at the players that they picked up and drafted, none of them DBs he picked up better than Shiloh. And Shiloh proven that. But what he been doing in Tampa. I mean,
I don't know who Dallas drafted that was good. Like nobody that just stood out like a big splash.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand it, bro. I think Jerry mad because Dion didn't want to come coach in the NFL, and he just alienated all the players. He didn't want nobody. Because LeJounte, you mean to tell me they need wide receivers? You don't want to take LeJounte or Jimmy or Shepard? Like y'all need receivers. So I just thought if he wanted to keep that door open for Dion in the future, if he changed his mind, I think that door closed now. I don't think Dion trying to do nothing with him. I think he done
Yeah,
showed his card. He done showed his card.
yeah.
But
I
Cris
think
Carter too. Cris Carter, it sounded like he was had some animosity built up from over the time period. Because his son didn't get that kind of love. You know what I'm saying?
and I brought that up. His son didn't get that kind of love, and he could never get none of these coaching gigs.
Right. So it's because he almost gave away his source. He paused for a long time, right? That dude had to talking. He
Boy, you
almost
saw
gave up
that?
his source.
You saw that? And he pulled
Yeah.
back. That nigga sat up straight up in that seat, dog.
The eyes
Hey,
opened up wide.
yes, sir.
So don't say they. I mean, give me a name.
Yeah, like he said Shador. I was like, what? You said Shador name again?
Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, they dropped the ball though, man. I mean, they could have had a future quarterback of the future because, like you say, Dak is up there in age. I mean, I don't want to hear that about contracts because remember Green Bay used to be stacked with quarterbacks every year. They
Yep.
always drafted quarterbacks. They had all them boys on the same. Mark Brunell was there with Brett Favre and what's that dude named Wojciechowski that was there before. Like they had a whole
Mhm.
bunch of quarterbacks, bro, on that
And that's
team.
how New England would do, nigga.
Yeah,
New England was always trying to replace Tom Brady.
and the 49ers, they had. I mean, they kept quarterbacks, bro. Steve Young, Jeff Garcia, Montana. I mean, you got to have a quarterback, bro. You
Yeah,
got to.
yeah.
I think
Um,
Shador will play for the Cowboys, man. Well, I'll say this. I think Shador will play. I think Shador and Shiloh will both play for one of the teams Prime pay for. One of the top three. I won't say the Ravens, but the Cowboys, the Falcons, or the 49ers, I think both of them will play for one of them teams before their NFL careers is up, man. I just can't see them not playing for one of his teams. I honestly think Shador will end up eventually being on the Cowboys, man. I don't know. It's just something telling me that that's going to happen. Obviously, not anytime soon, but before it's all said and done, because you got to understand, he grew up, he's from Texas, man. They're Cowboys fans, even though they don't really say nothing much about it. Like, his probably one of his dreams, yeah, to be an NFL quarterback, but he's probably dreamed of being a Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback, man. So I feel like once this contract up with the Browns and he hit free agency, if Dallas got some money for him and if Jerry Jones is smart, I think Shador Sanders will one day be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Let me ask you a question
now,
though, because they them boys hold a grudge. Prime hold a grudge because remember he wanted to play for Florida State, but they ain't treat him right. They didn't treat him like royalty. So he didn't want to sign with them no more. He didn't want to play with them no more. Do you think he might have that same hate with Cowboys for not picking him in the draft?
I don't think so, just because the Cowboys never like pump faked and like pretended like they was gonna take Shador, even though they was at the games and Jerry was had his arm around him saying he might be the number one overall pick. Like he with saying that, the Cowboys weren't gonna have the number one overall pick. They would just know that was gonna happen. So I don't think they ever pump fake like they were going to get Shador and then didn't get him. So I don't think it's any ill intent. Now Pittsburgh, that's a different story because
Oh yeah.
supposedly he was supposed to go there and didn't end up going. But I don't think they got no issues with Dallas.
yeah, I feel like Dallas, you going home. So, and it's America's team, like marketing and all that kind of stuff. I think it'll be that's like a match made in heaven for Shador to go to Dallas. So
Yeah. Well, it's set
and
up
Jerry might
perfect.
pull that trigger.
It's set up perfect because by the time he's a free agent, that could be out of there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then Jerry can pull that trigger and get him and trade somebody over to Cleveland. That'll be pretty. I mean, they might could get him next year. Trade
And
Dak and do.
y'all missing that final piece when that contract up, Shador contract up, that contract up, and there's one more piece. Coach Prime
Prime.
contract up.
Oh no, oh no, man. Oh no, Prime and Jerry, bro. That's gonna be a hard sale.